Kawai Pianos has many in-home digital piano lines: the KDP series, the CN series, and the CA series. Today we're highlighting a brand new product for 2021, the KDP120. You excited?
I'm thrilled.
Let's check it out.
Hi, this is Ted with Alamo Music Center in beautiful downtown San Antonio, Texas.
And I'm Patrick Marr. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channels, check out our other videos, sign up for notifications, like our videos, leave us comments. We really appreciate your support and we love to interact with you guys. Well, Ted, the KDP series. This is one that we're not too familiar with. This is
not at all. It's the first time I played this one and the other one, the KDP 75.
Yeah, so spoiler alert, we're doing some KDP reviews today because there is a new product release, the KDP 120 right behind us, and the KDP 75. Both of those are replacing predecessors. The KDP 110 was the predecessor to this one. Really kind of a great entry line product, entry line to kind of the intermediate player who the parent's saying, hey, you know, I don't want to spend a ton of money on this, looking to get something that's quality. Yamaha, Kawai, Roland, these are trusted piano brands. And you look at the KDP standing for Kawai Digital Piano, it's kind of like this is our offering right into the field. And so coming in at $11.99 right here. And so the KDP series is, like I said, that kind of entry line to intermediate line. And the KDP series tops out at the 120, and then it kind of moves into the CN series, the CN29 and the CN39 from Kawai. That moves into the CA series, which goes all the way up to the CA 99, which you're talking almost $6,000 there. So definitely a wide range of in-home digitals, and what we mean by that is kind of the casing that you see right behind us, where it comes with a furniture-style case. Kind of we've talked about this before. It kind of takes the place of what a spinet piano.
Exactly. What I liked about it is that number one, it's an entry-line instrument. This one here is a step up. And it does come with the 3 pedals. Mm-hmm. It does have all the right kind of measurements and heights. It's got 88 keys
and a bench.
Weighted, actually, and a matching bench. And so all the ergonomics are going to be there. And it doesn't give you an overflow of features, but it does give you more than enough sounds. Mm-hmm. And the piano sounds, I think, are really great. They're very usable. It's a great functional kind of instrument for either a beginning student or a couple of kids that are learning in a household. This is a great spinet piano replacement for the home. Mm-hmm. Plus some. You can record some of your things and listen back to it and see are your passages good or bad. And then you can also practice. It's got the things built into it. It's got the metronome and all the different sounds and stuff. So it's really a functional keyboard.
I see it functional for like a college student going into the dorm room. Very kind of doesn't take up a ton of space. Apartment livings, if you're looking for something that can fit in the bedroom or in the corner, something that's very kind of lightweight, easy to move around. I think this one comes in at about 81 pounds, so not super heavy, but really kind of just gets the job done. The action is the responsive Hammer 2, which is consistent with the ES520 on their portable series. That's the same action there. So a good feeling action. Definitely, it has triple sensors. It's got the graded weighted keys all the way to the top. So it's going to feel as close as you can get with a replication of an action on a digital instrument. So you're getting a quality action. From here, it just goes up to the responsive Hammer 3, which is on the CN series. And then from there, they go to the wood keys that are in the CA series. So not the entry-level action on here at all. It is a step up with that responsive Hammer 2. So great feel, great sound. Like you were saying, it does have the harmonic imaging from Kawai. So that's Shigeru Kawai's 9-foot concert SK-EX. You do have the virtual technician app, which is cool, so you can actually go through and make that sound. You can make a couple changes here and there and really kind of personalize it, make it your own. So really, I think this thing shines with the action and with the sound quality that you're going to be getting.
And this one has the Bluetooth MIDI, so you can go in and make your adjustments.
Yeah, and so there is a PianoRemote app now, and so I believe it's called PianoRemote, and and that's actually from Kawai and app stores, whether you're Android or you're Apple. And so you can go through and control the whole thing instead of having to click through buttons and menus. You can actually go through and click whichever sound you're going for, and then do the renderings right there. So
I might need to look at doing some of that in the future.
Yeah.
I've never used an app or a tablet to access any of the controllers. I've always been one screen after another, and then you have to back out. And after a while, you get a pretty good idea how it's mapped out. But it really is a lot easier to just use an app.
Well, on the more expensive models, it's sometimes the button layout is a little bit easier, and you get a bigger screen to navigate and all this stuff. But on some of the lower ends, it's nice that they're bringing in the technology. They're like, okay, bring your iPad, bring your iPhone, bring whatever.
Yeah, but they don't always give you the buttons that single function button that says this is the thing for like Bluetooth or whatnot.
Yeah, so you do have the Bluetooth, so no wires are needed to connect this to a smart device and use it as a controller, and you can cycle through the sounds. I believe there's 4 different piano sounds on this. Mellow, bright, concert, and there's 4 of those. We'll highlight those here in a minute when we play it, and then 11 different other voices, electric piano, strings, harpsichord, organ, things like that. So we'll highlight all those sounds. There's not too many built in here, but really I think where it does shine is that the piano voices. So let's take a listen, Ted.
Patrick. I played from the first sound all the way through to the last sound. I don't know if they're all going to make it in with editing or not, but I went through the whole sound file. And my favorites and the ones that were the easiest to play were all of the acoustic pianos and that first electric piano. After that, it's something like I've talked about before. If you have a sound like that, that real bell-like Fender Rhodes sound that gets kind of bright or tinny, it gets to where it's kind of tricky to play. Because you don't know, I mean, this is the one keyboard I've sat down and demoed where I did not read about the wattage for the left and right stereo. I didn't read about the polyphony. I didn't read about anything. I just went in and played it and listened to it and went through all of them, this one and the other one as well. Only so I would have no preconceived idea of how it should play, how it should respond, and how it should sound. So with that, I really like the acoustic piano sounds, and there's one of the string sounds that I liked as well. The rest of them are functional sounds. They're great, like particularly the organ sounds, because a lot of times you have piano students that learn how to play church organ, or they play organ in church, or they want to at least try those sounds. These are great sounds for that. And the soft pedal, on the organ sound actually functions at a speed for the vibrato. So that part I really enjoyed. Other than that, the action is really functional. It's a great, like I said, this is a great beginner to intermediate piano.
So yeah, so the action too, one of the bigger differences is it has that triple sensor, whereas the 75 and the ES-110 only has a dual sensor as far as when you're striking, and so it's picking up on more variation of key strike and velocity and all that stuff. So you get a little bit more nuances here.
It is responsive toward the playing nuances for like an entry-level piano, because generally you don't get that kind of difference in the volume and sound and attack.
Yeah, and like you're saying, the output of power here, you're getting 20 watts per side, so 40 watts of output power, which is more than enough to fill a room. Definitely a step up, I think, from this 75. But yeah, so you get a little bit more volume out of there, 20 watts per side, 40 watts total. Really kind of makes it so when the volume's at 75, 80%, it sounds like you're playing a real instrument right here. And then of course headphone jack, very useful, 192 note polyphony, just great features that, one of my favorites is the Bluetooth MIDI that you had mentioned before, but being able to control this with an app and making it so there's no wires involved or anything like that. You do get a 3-year warranty on the KDP series, yeah, it's just a good overall product. I'm curious. We're gonna do a video on the KDP series versus the CN series versus the CA series. I feel like that will be a good overview of Kawai Digital, that in-home.
Right.
But it is just a great value. Bench, stand, pedals, everything is ready to go.
Complete package.
Complete package. 20 watts of power. Great action, responsive hammer too. Really, a very all-complete. I would say this is a definite thing to look at if this fits your budget, if this fits what you're looking for. Just a great product from Kawai overall. Comes in a couple different finishes. There's the satin black. This is rosewood behind us, and it does come in a satin white as well now. And so, very cool. KDP120 from Kawai. This is Ted. I'm Patrick with Alamo Music Center. You can find us in San Antonio or online at alamomusic.com if you have any questions. Thanks.